Hey everybody, welcome to the 21 Minutes or Less podcast. I'm Keisha Milana,
And I am Nakia Smith.
and today we're talking about fasting. So, Nakia probably know about this more than me. The only thing I really fasted from was like either social media or like intermittent fasting or like food fasting, but I never did like a really long food fast. I pretty much probably fasted for a day or two, and then intermittent fasting, I do that a lot because I don't really eat in the morning. So, yeah, besides that, Nakia, you probably got more experience on this than me.
I just came off of a fast. Well, actually, I decided to extend my fast. So I've been on a social media fast from October the 1st through October the 15th. And then I kind of made the decision to just extend it into the end of the month. So I won't be back on social media until November the 1st. So, yeah. So I
Hmm.
have been off social media. I can definitely tell the difference as far as like my productivity, experiencing less anxiety, having more time, I guess, to myself versus like being on social media and just looking at what everybody else is doing, giving everybody else's opinions. And because of that, I have been like receiving like downloads on like what I want to do for my businesses, being more focused on like, my assignments for school and stuff like that. So I would say it has had a positive effect on me. On October the 1st, we decided to do, because this was a group fast, so we decided to do a food fast from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then on the last day of the social media fast was supposed to be October the 15th. We did another food fast from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Technically, we did two fasts in one, a social media fast and a food fast. So, yeah.
So I like the 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. because that remind me of like intermittent fasting.
hmm
So most of the times I don't eat to probably like most people would eat dinner. So like 4 or 5 p.m. And I think it helps with just curbing your appetite and being able to like help you be more focused on your day. Cause if you like, when you at lunch or eating breakfast, it's like you kind of gotta waste time figuring out what you want to eat, actually spend the time eating, depending on if you cooked or not, actually cook the food,
hmm
cleaning up, etc., etc. So it can really waste a lot of your time, and not saying waste necessarily in a bad way, but just eating, it can just, have you spending a lot of your morning, which I feel like is the most important part of your day,
hmm
focused on food versus other things you need to be focusing on. So yeah, I don't even remember the last time I ate breakfast, but yeah, even lunch, I'll be like, or I could finish this work and then eat when I'm done. I feel like it's a motivator in a sense because it's like, okay, if you want to eat, you need to finish this work or you need to do this. But also, fasting, intermittent fasting might not just be like eating absolutely nothing. Maybe you just drinking water. Maybe only eating fruits
hmm
till dinner time or whatever. So I try to do that. But as far as social media, I don't even think I could be off social media right now because it's really lucrative to business. So it's like for me, I know I try to post on social media at least once a day. It don't always happen, but at least once every other day, if not every day. And so I feel like I've seen the progress that it has helped with to just start posting more consistently and more frequently. And so I wouldn't want to give that up by just disappearing for like a week or two or however long, a few days, because I know that every day I'm off social media or not promoting myself, it's an opportunity for my future clients and customers to go to somebody else or
hmm
to be able to like, it could be like people I might want to collab with, of course, just being an influencer. It might be like the one day they came to my page, I wasn't on there or I wasn't active. I don't know. So I do think you need a balance though with social media, even if you're not fasting, to where You can't just be on it all day. Like that's not gonna be healthy. But going off it completely, I feel like just depending on your lifestyle, what type of business you got, etc., that can be detrimental too.
Right. It's interesting that you brought up business because it was like over 100 of us fasting together, and majority of us are business owners. So a way that they was able to still post on social media was they scheduled their posts for the week, and then if they had a team or anything like that or a marketing person, they allowed their person to engage with their audience, or to make sure they were still posting without them actually being on social media. Yeah, so I guess there's like different ways you can still be involved on social media without you necessarily having to be on social media. So
Definitely.
there are different types of fasts. A lot of people fast for spiritual reasons, because they want to, spend that time with God and things like that. So those different types of fasts is like a full fast where you drink only liquids for a number amount of days. How many days you want to do that, that's up to you. And then there's called a Daniel fast where you eat no meat, no sweets, and no bread. So you just drink water and juice, eat fruits and vegetables. That's it.
Now I could do that. The Daniel fast, I feel like I could
Yeah.
do that. It might be a little challenging, so I wouldn't do it for too long, but maybe for like 3 to 5 days or something. I feel like that wouldn't be too hard. It's pretty much just eating whole food. So
Mhm.
yeah, I try to do that now, even though I'm not the best, but I don't think that would be too bad. But not having like no food at all, I don't know how long I could do that. I could probably do it for a good 2 days before I'd be like, it's not working. Because I know me, if I go too long without eating, like I said, I already don't eat half the day. But if I go too long, I start to like not be able to think about nothing else and
Mhm.
concentrate on nothing else. But of course, that's just how our bodies work as far as like, the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Of course, food is our basic needs. So if we hungry, we can't really think about other stuff. So I feel
Right.
like I wouldn't do it to a point where it would be detrimental doing it for more than what I know I can handle, which is probably a day or two.
Yeah. It's very important to know your body and to listen to your body before starting these fasts.
Yeah.
And then if you like a person that, have health issues or anything like that, or taking certain medicines, you definitely want to consult with your like doctor before you take on these fasts, because it could, have side effects for you not eating and then you taking certain medicines. So just be careful if y'all decide to do a fast, talk to your doctors, listen to your body. You don't want to do a water fast and then your sugar get too low, and then yeah, you just make sure you have the proper, you know, things in place before starting a fast.
Yes, and not even just physically, like health issues and stuff, but like mental health issues too. Like sometimes you need to eat to be able to deal with your mental health issues, such as like, say you have depression and something that energizes you or gives you energy is your food, you know, you need that. You don't want to go too long without food and then you just in a depressed state and you like, okay, but this is for my spirituality. It's like, is that actually helping you or is that pushing you into more and more of a dark place? Or even like sometimes when you're doing a fast, like I like Nakia did a fast with a group. Sometimes you'll try to do a fast on your own. For instance, it's coronavirus going on still. So people are in the house. So if you don't have no siblings or roommate, nobody, nothing, and social media is your way to interact with people every single day, and then you go on a social media fast, that might not be the best for your mental health. You might need some of that social interaction just to keep you, like I said, from going into depressive episodes because that's your social connection. Or, you definitely don't want to do like social media and food. You don't have no energy, no social connections, that might be detrimental to you. So just know your body, but also know your mental health and, you know, maybe you do have a bunch of friends that's down to do it with you. That's good. That way you can keep in contact with them about your struggles when you're on the fast or whatever it might be. But again, you don't want to do it by yourself if you can't handle that.
Right. So to continue with the different types of fasts, you have a what's called a 3-day fast. So this fast can be like a full fast, a Daniel fast, or you can just give up at least one item of food. So let's just say I'm not a really big coffee drinker, but I know a lot of people just live off coffee. So if they wanted to like go 3 days without drinking coffee, that would be the fast, that they give the food that they give up, which I heard is kind of hard because coffee is like an addiction to people. And then if you have any type of addiction, it's gonna be some type of side effects, headaches. I don't know, maybe feeling,
Irritability.
yeah, being irritable. So again, you also want to, like Keisha said, pay attention to your mental health when you're doing certain fasts. So,
Especially too if you fasting from like drugs. I like that you brought up addictions because sometimes even if it's not an addiction though, like sometimes I know a lot of people that smoke weed a lot, and they say like, oh, I'm not addicted, but I can stop when I want to. So they'll do a fast to show themselves like, I can stop, I'm not addicted. But during those periods they might have like some of those withdrawal symptoms because they're so used to doing it. So don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone and try a fast, especially if you want to, start slowly but surely weaning yourself off of something. But again, just be prepared for those side effects that might come as a effect of doing the fast.
right. And then you have like what's called a partial fast. So I think this is kind of like what you were saying, like an intermediate partial fast.
Mm-hmm.
So that fast can be from like 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. or from sun up to sundown. You can select from 3 types of fasting: a full fast, a Daniel fast, or give up at least one item of food. So those are kind of like the main spiritual fast. Not saying that other fasts can be spiritual, but when people are fasting, just to get closer to God and things like that, those are the main type of fast that they do. So some other fasts you can do are, occasional short fast. So this fast, it lasts from like maybe a day or even less than a day. It can be 6 hours, 12 hours, or 24 hours. So if you want to make sure, you're not doing anything but drinking liquids or just drinking water, that would be the time you do that, like a short fast. You don't want to go long periods of time without eating food. I just don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. But yeah, I would definitely do the food thing with an occasional short fast. We already discussed intermittent fast. That's like 1 day a week for a period of time or for a short period of time. So the longer fast, that's when people give up something that's like non-food, like we discussed, like social media, TV. What else?
Sex.
Yes, sex. Even you can do a financial fast. Saying like I'm not going to spend money on anything that's outside of my necessities, which is food, water, bills, things like that. So you can do a financial fast. So there are different types of fasts you can do for long periods of time that does not have anything to do with food. You can also do extended fast. So an extended fast is like when you are on a fast for a long time, like an extended period of time. They can be like from 3 months to 6 months. Like you giving up something you need or value for a long time. And of course, that is non-food. You can also do an open-ended fast. So an open-ended fast is like you have a goal that you want to accomplish and you aren't going to do certain things until that goal is accomplished.
I like that.
So that's an open-ended fast. And then we already kind of discussed the group fast. I personally like group fasting only because you have a community of people that can help you with accountability. And then if you like slip up or something, you can like reach out to somebody and be like, hey, I'm having difficulty in this area. I need some encouragement right now versus doing, a fast by yourself. So if you like starting out with fasting and not really disciplined in that area, I would start with a group fast. And then once you get, disciplined, then you're able to make that commitment on your own, then you can start going into, fast by yourself. So
Yeah.
yeah, those are like the different types of fast.
Yeah, I definitely like the one where you said you give up something till you reach a goal. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's a good fast. What was that called?
It's called an open-ended fast.
Open-ended. I would be more likely to do something like that. Like, I think I've done something like that. I didn't know it was called that, but I know it was certain things. I was like, I'm not doing this until I graduate or until I finish my internship.
Mm-hmm.
Or it might be, well, I guess it's not a fast if you're doing something. But yeah, I think that's important to have, like, it's kind of like you giving up something, but it's like
You're gaining
you gaining
something
something
at the same
too.
time. Yeah.
So it's like a give and take. Yeah, I think giving up something to until you reach a goal is really, really good because it teaches you discipline and it also gives you a reward at the
Right.
end of
Yeah,
whatever
I
you've
like
given
that.
up. Yeah, I'm trying to think what's something I would do that for. Like, what's the goal I want to reach? So I think for me, one time where I was able to do that type of fast was when I said I wasn't going to put any heat on my hair until it
Mm-hmm.
got my real hair got to my neck. So that's something I'm still working on. But it's growing so good. So I'm happy because it's like, yes, I get to wait until it's like super long to be able to just press it out. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I need to do more fast like that because it gives you just something to look forward to. It's like, okay, just keep my weave until my hair get a certain length. Cool. So
Yeah. Well, I guess mine is kind of like the social media thing.
mhm.
So I guess I'm kind of doing it right now. But that's all about fasting.
Yes.
We
Thank y'all
hope
for
that
listening.
you gain some valuable information. And of course, fasting is a part of self care because you are giving up something for a brief period of time, which helps with your discipline and commitment. So, and then especially if you're doing a food fast, it definitely helps, with your metabolism and with your overall health. So, we hope you enjoyed this episode.
Yes, make sure y'all go follow our Instagram and Facebook page, 21 Minutes or Less. Then go type in 21 Minutes or Less podcast on YouTube. And then go follow our personal pages. Mine is at Keisha Milana.
And mine is at Miss Butterfly 21 MISS.
And we'll see y'all in the next episode.
Hey, bye.